Hello there, wonderful people, and welcome back to Survival But Better. In the last episode, we built ourselves a wonderful enchanting area, or I guess a place to get our enchantments, via the villager trading hall. And of course, we also got ourselves the elytra and the lovely shulker shells, which are going to come in absolutely amazing during today's project. And speaking of that, I think we should get straight to the point of this video. So, these trees are starting to annoy me, and I've decided I'm gonna take all of them out, like destroy every single tree I have, including the big trees and even the smaller little spruce trees, because I think they're cluttering the space a bit too much, like you can't even see the builds. After we destroy them, maybe a bit later in the episode, I might make a couple of trees here and there, but nothing so dense. Like, we're not in the middle of a forest here, you know? It's a village. It shouldn't have this many trees in it. But yeah, that's going to be the first thing we're going to do in this video, and I think we should definitely just get straight to it, right? And there we go. This is starting to look much better. All of the trees are now gone. It's kind of crazy to look at it this way because, you know, I'm very used to having a lot of trees here because it's been months since I started this world and I always had trees. But now it's like everything is so clear. You can see the builds pretty well. You have all of these bushes. I'm probably going to take some of the bushes out because they seem a bit spammy, but I do have some more plans for later in today's video after we finish our next project. So I want to make myself a gunpowder farm and a sugarcane farm so I can have infinite rockets. And so, in order to do that, I need to build myself a farm, of course, naturally. So I think we're gonna build it over here. Right next to the windmill, I'm gonna make myself a little space, some pathways, and we can definitely connect that up and make the gunpowder and sugarcane farm right here. And that's gonna look absolutely amazing. It's gonna also help with the sight lines because we have some elevation over there, like we have the windmill. And yeah, after we have that finished, we basically have everything we need in this world to start actual big building projects. And that's gonna be amazing because after I have all the tools I need, all the enchants I need. I'm gonna have the gunpowder and the sugarcane to make firework rockets, and then with all of that, we can start building projects. Everything here, all this, this is just light work, because with all those tools, building is gonna be so much easier, and getting materials in general. And of course, we still have a lot to do even in this small village. I want to expand this, but I also want to expand the whole world, having a bunch of different villages in different styles. A bunch of villages in different styles. Ignore the little voice crack that just happened there. But yeah, so having this village, which is like a simple medieval village, maybe somewhere further in the world, we can even have a city, like a cyberpunk city, which is going to allow me to really play around with the styles and not get bored of just building in the classic medieval style. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna start maybe gathering up some materials for the gunpowder farm, and then I will get back to you once I have the area done over there. Okay, that was one amazing build. I absolutely love how this thing turned out. I really enjoy the details on the outside, but let's not get hasty, and let me just show you a little tour of what we have here. Of course, the base was done with the gray palette that I usually use, and I finally got some coral. That's right, I found a coral reef, which is somewhere around there. So I traveled all the way there. I have a portal somewhere here in the mangrove, and I got myself quite a bit of coral. Like, I think this whole little area I kind of dug out. One day, I'm of course gonna try and dig out every single coral here, which you shouldn't do in real life because coral is very important. But hey, we're in Minecraft, so we can definitely do whatever we want, I guess. But yeah, so here's the build, and the creeper farm is right here underground. Let me get inside here. I didn't really know what to put in the little basement door, I guess, but I just kind of winged it and made this little wooden design. So yeah, let's go down here. And we have the killing chamber. This isn't decorated, but I mean, I could decorate it at some point. I did AFK for a little bit. This is the sugarcane that the farm produced, and this is the gunpowder. For some reason it didn't work. I think I need to tweak where the AFK platform is. I think I made it either too high or there it is. You know, I think I made it a bit too high because I built the farm underground. Like, here's the farm. Wait, here, this is a cheaty camera mode, but it's fine. So this is the farm, and I built it a bit underground because I didn't want to make it overground, I guess. But I should probably check for spawning places. But I don't see where other creepers can really spawn around here. Like, maybe in those caves, but that's pretty well lit up. And if I'm up there, it doesn't really reach much further than this. So yeah, this is definitely not a very effective creeper farm. But I think for what I need, for how much gunpowder I need for this small world, I think that's gonna be fine for now. Of course, later we can definitely do a giant, super, mega, incredible creeper farm. Someone keeps stealing my doors. I do not understand who is stealing my doors. Like, this door gets stolen, and that door over there gets stolen. I think it's zombies breaking in, but I do not understand why they're breaking in, because there's not villagers inside, and I'm not inside. So why would they just break the door? Anyway, let me show you the inside. Actually, no, because I didn't finish showing you the outside. We have this wonderful little patio, I guess, that you can just go up and get inside the house. Some sugarcane to, you know, indicate that maybe there's a sugarcane inside. I also really like the tower design that I did. It's a pretty flat. It's not overly textured like block vomit. But yeah, I really like the shaping that I did up there. Like, it goes straight into the little spire. It doesn't have, I don't know how to explain it, but I really like how it looks. And of course we have the deep slate roof, which goes really well with the general palettes that I have. Like, I have this kind of palette, which is the palette for the iron farm as well, the grays, the granites, oaks, so that kind of stuff. And yeah, this is the same palette that I used over there. But yeah, the chimney, wonderful little chimney, some awnings, and now let's get inside because I did some interior. Yes, I'm very proud of this. So I think I might have missed the lantern here. No, actually, I think that's the lantern that should have been in here. I tried to show sort of, I don't know, paper being pressed. I do not know how to make a paper pressing machine, but I just kind of spammed some stuff and made it look acceptable. Where is the spider, bro? I keep hearing a spider. Anyway, over here is kind of like the sleeping area of the person that is, you know, manning this whole place, I guess. This whole farm. We have some chests, some sugarcane on the ground, and some paintings to help color up the place. We have a little cooking area if they need some food, which they do not. I don't know where they're eating because I didn't make a table. I could probably make a table here because it's a bit open, but it's fine for now. And now we can get right up here into the sugarcane farm. It is a small sugarcane farm. It's not the most effective sugarcane farm, but it does the job for whatever I need. I just need to AFK overnight. But I need to know that the creeper farm is working before I do that, because I wouldn't want to AFK overnight for no results. That would be pretty bad. But yeah, this is the build basically. I also really like the signs and the button details that I've got there. And I think now for the next part of the video, I want to make interiors for everything in the village that it doesn't have an interior, which is the 3 small houses and the barn's top area. And there we go. That was really fun designing interiors. It's been such a long time, but I think that honestly my interior skills aren't half bad if I do say so myself. Also, I moved the horse out because he was in the house. For some reason it was his house, but I extorted him, so he just kind of lives there. He has some hay, so he's not gonna starve. But yeah, let's check out the interiors that I did. This is the first house. This wall is a bit barren. I think I might have had a painting, I'm not sure. I can fill it in later, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so you have this kitchen area. You're gonna see this is a very common theme in my interiors. That is just a kitchen with this kind of setup, and then a bedroom or some kind of area with storage. But yeah, I don't really know what to do yet, and also these are very small, so hard to detail. But yeah, I think this kind of little elevation helps a little bit with the whole feel of it and everything. The hanging root also adds pretty nice detail. But yeah, we have a little table, a little plant, a painting. This is supposed to have some books in it now that I remember, but it's fine. It's like, I don't know, where the person who lives in the house keeps their recipes and stuff like that. Although medieval times don't really have that many recipes. I think they only ate like bread or whatever. But yeah, let's move on. I think this house is finished for now. I might edit the roof because I'm starting to not like the palette that much. It feels kind of spammy, but there's time for everything. We don't need to hurry. Also, let's check out how much iron we have in the farm. This is just a little detour. Look at him burning right there. But yeah, we have enough. So whenever I get a beacon, we're gonna have more than enough. Okay, now onto the barn. So I didn't really make a way to get up there, but I mean, I think we can just fly. I might place a ladder a bit later. There we go. Okay, I made it. Perfect. This is just very simple. I just kind of spammed storagey stuff in here, like hay, some chests, firewood. I don't know why you would have firewood in your barn, but I mean, I do, so there we go. These kind of cross beams with some hanging roots again to add some nice little detail. And yeah, this is just basically a very simple storage place. Not much to see here. I might place a ladder so I can just jump and get up there if I need to, but for now it's fine. Also, I fixed the door stealing problem because apparently zombies were breaking the doors every time, so I just kind of installed a data pack to stop zombies from breaking doors. Yeah, it was very annoying to not have doors and have them be stolen every now and then, so I removed their ability to do that, and now everything is perfect. Okay, let's move on to the next house because these are very small, very like simple interiors, not a lot to talk about. But yeah, I think this one actually might be my favorite. We have oh, there was a lag spike there. I'm sorry. There is there is this armor stand over here with some iron armor. This wall's kind of barren as well. I might put some shelves or something. I'm not sure. And then we have just a couple of more decorations to, you know, signify a kitchen, my favorite kind of detail. And then we have this wonderful little bedroom area. I really like how the bamboo doors look, contrasting with the spruce. I think the yellow looks pretty nice, and also goes with the scaffolding windows. But yeah, we have a barrel. I forgot to put something up there. I think I need some... There was just a chest, actually. But I didn't end up putting it in. Anyway, we have some food, because you need some food every now and then again. We have a stone cutter, paintings, very simple. I forgot to put a sign here. I usually put signs on beds, kind of like how they look. But yeah, again, very simple. So we can move on to the last one, and actually let me sleep in this very nice little bed. Okay, now it's morning again. Also, there's the Creeper Farm AFK platform, which is fixed now. I also put the door back here because the zombies broke it again. Also, look how many villagers. Look at how many villagers I've collected. This is insane. Like, I think they might actually... They look like... Look at them. They're jumping. They're actually almost gonna escape. I stopped the farm, so they stopped making villagers, because then it's just gonna lag everything out, and I don't want that. Oh, my cleric's still there. I forgot I had a cleric there. I need to make something for the guy. Maybe next time, who knows. And then the last interior we made right here. Again, some food, some sea pickles. I really like sea pickles as decorations. I think they look pretty nice. Just kind of like a table-ish, is that a word? Table-ish area. It is a word now. Painting. Again, a kitchen. This is kind of a small... Also, what happened there? I forgot to put the chest there again. Anyway, again, paintings, lanterns, simple little chairs, and a table. I decided to not make a scaffolding table this time, so I made a fence pressure plate table. And then over here, a very cramped interior, not interior, sorry, bedroom. I've said the word interior quite a bunch of times today. Painting, a bookshelf with a bunch of books. We need to read anything, but who cares? Who reads? So yeah, we have the interiors finished, and now I can actually make what I was most excited to do this video, which is finding the biomes and the plants that were added in the new updates. So we have the pale forest, or whatever it's called. I think it's I don't even know what it's called, honestly, but it has pale oak, okay? And I want pale oak in my life, and pale moss and everything. Also, we need dry bushes, the normal bushes, and the leaf litter and everything that was added in the 1.21.5 update. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna show you a nice little adventure montage. Well, so far, the adventure has been very fruitful. I found every new plant except the dry bushes, but that's what we're gonna do next. And I also found a woodland mansion. Well, a very tall woodland mansion. So, yeah, I mean, we might explore this one day. I don't want to explore it now because I might die to the evokers and stuff, and I do not want to die here. Also, the pale garden, I think that's how it's called. I actually got the name right now. It's a very, very beautiful biome. I love how it looks. I love all the blocks in it. I just need a couple more saplings because my axe doesn't give me saplings because I have silk touch on it, so I just kind of have to break some leaves to get saplings, but that's fine. And yeah, the next step is going to the desert. I don't know if I want to stay and get a creaking heart or whatever that's called. I think it's creaking heart. I don't know that much about this update. I just kind of know the blocks that are added because they're beautiful, and I don't really care about other stuff. But yeah, so let's continue our little adventure. Well, our so-called adventure is finished, and it was perfectly successful if I do say so myself. We got every single thing I was after. Pale moss, I think this is where I put it, right? Yeah, pale oak logs and pale oak wood in general. We have the bushes, the leaf litter, all of the new blocks in the update, all of the new beautiful plants to be used right outside here. And I designed some new trees to be put in. I don't know what that is. Along with even the little plant details on the ground were pretty meticulously placed, except for the short grass that was kind of just bone meal, but the bushes and everything else was a strategic placing design. So I'll get straight to getting all of that. This is the material list that I need. That's for the trees, and these are what I need for the ground. So I need quite a bit of bone meal. So I'll have to go into the nether to get some bone blocks from the nether waste biome. Or not the nether wastes, the whatever it's called. The soul sand biome, soul sand valley. There we go, soul sand valley. And I need to extend everything and build it all out. And I think that's going to be the end for today's episode. That's going to be a nice topping off of a more revamping episode than anything else. Of course, we did build our beautiful, amazing little sugarcane farm, which apparently its windows have already oxidized. I might not even change that because it kind of looks pretty good with the green, not gonna lie. The normal weather one was, I mean, it is the general palette that I have for the area with weathered copper, but I might actually leave it like that, honestly. Also, I missed a lot of signs apparently. There's supposed to be signs there. Anyway, that's something for another time. It's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna get all those materials and I'll come back once I'm finished to show you the finished result of our revamped little village. And after another calming and beautiful little montage, I think we're finally ready with this area. And I love how it turned out. It is absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. Look at all the trees. I really like how the trees look from this angle, how that one looks especially. So yeah, I decided on making these smaller little sort of oakish trees. I don't know, I mean, they're not birch trees or anything. They have a dark trunk because someone in a building server told me that the trunk it originally made, which was gray, just like the walls of the buildings, blended in too much, and I tried making a darker trunk and I am in love. It is absolutely amazing. And look at that, it just, I don't know, they just add a very nice feel to the area. It doesn't feel as cluttered as it did before. I also tried some different little foliage designs with different dried bushes, firefly bushes, just to kind of add some variation into the grass, so it's not just spam bone meal with flowers and some azalea like 4 block bushes everywhere, which looked very repetitive, and honestly I didn't really like it. But this is pretty good. Also, this guy's definitely gonna be named Sid. I've decided. He is Sid the horse, and Sid the horse will help me in the next few videos with some cinematic shots because I don't have a normal horse yet, but that could change. So yeah, let's go up here, which is the last area that I actually did, and the area from the thumbnail. I really like how it feels going up here, and I definitely want to stick with the blue copper grates. I think it adds a really nice contrast to the build, just like I said in the last clip. And yeah, I'll keep it that way most definitely. Also, I should have gotten the signs on the build. Let's fix that real quick. It's fixed. We have that little sort of divider, wooden sign divider, which looks pretty good. This tree as well. I mean, they're all just trees. What do you want me to say? Honestly, I can't just go by every tree and say that's a tree, that's a tree, that's a tree, that's a tree, because it's obvious. It's a tree. What do you want more? But yeah, I also decided to use some different colored leaves to simulate light and dark, or I mean shadow and light, of course. So you have the azalea leaves on top, which are highlights, the normal colors, which are dark oak leaves, and then the bottom darker ones, which are birch leaves. I could maybe stick in some spruce leaves, but I think that might be a bit too dark. But yeah, the feel of the birch leaves is what I was going for. I also stuck in some moss so I can place some bushes and short grass to add to the, I guess, leafiness of the tree. Because I don't use bushy leaves. I used to use bushy leaves, but I don't want to use them anymore because they look kind of weird, and I want to get good at making trees with vanilla textures. You know? And yeah, I'm very happy I fixed the door stealing issue. That was a very big problem. So I think honestly for this video, we did a very good job. We made ourselves the gunpowder farm and the sugarcane farm. We built all of these beautiful trees, fixed up the area, revamped it all, looking good and perfect for some future projects, and definitely more projects coming. I have a lot of plans for this area, different ways we can branch out, different builds we can do, and even other areas, because if I get stuck here, I'm gonna get bored and then I'm gonna take a break again. So I need some other areas to work on, and I have different ideas that I could do for each. And yeah, we'll see where this goes. So thank you all for watching, and with that, I think I'll see you on the next one.